What is today? November 30th. Good morning. Good morning and welcome. My name is Kurt Neufeld. I'm a member of the Board of Trustees, and I use he, him pronouns. Today is November 30th, and we are gathered here just after Thanksgiving. I'm grateful and thankful that you all could make it out. Our music today will be by the incomparable Will Bristol. UUCB is located on the ancestral homelands of the Wabanaki people who have a deep, enduring, and ongoing relationship to Brunswick lands and waterways. We acknowledge the painful legacy of the region's colonial history and commit to better understanding it. We will work to recognize and welcome the presence and concerns of the Wabanaki people and culture that live within and contribute to this community. I just have a couple of quick announcements today, and I think I'm supposed to read one of them verbatim because it has to do with our special congregational meeting. There will be a special congregational meeting on Sunday, 2 weeks, December 14th at UUCB, right after the service to discuss a proposed solar panel project and approve spending of up to $42,000. I want to say a brief thing about that because this has kind of all come together fairly quickly, or at least by UUCB committee terms. What? So when this great facility was built, many of you may know we have solar panels on our roof. What we may not know is that because of the costs at the time, 10 years ago, we did not put up as many solar panels as there are racks available. And as a result, we don't generate all of the electricity through solar panels that we need. This project is to complete the build out of our array and add 32 more solar panels, which will allow us to generate more power than we need on an annual basis. And because of the way net metering works, we will be selling money to the grid during the summer and building up credits that cover our electrical needs in the winter. So this project is going to fulfill that gap, making us a solar-powered church. The reason we're asking for up to $42,000 is we have to pay for the entire installation up front, but as it turns out, even though we are a nonprofit, non-tax-paying entity, there are tax things in place that will allow us to recover about $11,000 going into it. We have been advised by the solar panel folks we're hiring that maybe we would want to get this ink on the contract dry this year in case certain administrations in certain Washington, D.C.s decide to take away even more incentives for green energy. So we talked about it as a board, and we're going to shoehorn in this quick meeting on the 14th between services and intergenerational choir practices. And we hope that you can be here to help us get the quorum. Again, I hope it'll be a brief meeting that will allow us to move forward in a solar panel sort of way. So thank you for that. The other brief announcement is you might see Patrick Kirby moving around today, taking video to help us update our webpage. So, sorry for the administration stuff. If you are visiting today for the first time or would like more information about our church, you can visit the fellowship hall. In the fellowship hall, we have a table set up and people who are there to answer any questions. And I just want to let you know that my smart-ass son, when I say they'll answer any of your questions, he goes, "What is love?" So we'll stick with questions about the church. Again, welcome, and if you have not already done so, please silence your mobile devices, and we're glad you're here.
My name is Pam Belford, and I use she, her pronouns.
I'm Suzanne Ritter, and I use she, they pronouns. The chalice lighting comes from Reverend Michelle Collins. In times when despair feels reasonable and cynicism seems wise, we gather to practice radical hope. Not passive waiting, but active defiance against forces that would diminish our humanity. Together, we choose hope as resistance, imagination as rebellion, and love as our most revolutionary act.
Good morning, beloveds. My name is Karma Amos. I use she, her pronouns, and it is my honor to serve as the minister of this congregation. We are so glad that you are with us, whether you're joining us online or here in person. And we want you to know that no matter who you are or whom you love, no matter what languages you speak or what places you have called home, no matter what religious traditions you claim or don't, you are welcome here. In trying to build the beloved community, we hold a vision where none of us is more important than any other, because all are equally loved and treated with dignity and respect. And we are working together to bring all of us closer to the love and peace and justice we long for everyone everywhere. And so we gather. We remind ourselves that we are a spiritual community trying to center love in this broken and beautiful world. Would you take a deep breath with me right now? Let us remember and take comfort that we are not alone on this journey, but connected to one another and the great mystery of life. Whatever worries we had 10 minutes ago will still be there an hour or so from now. Let us try, if we might, to give ourselves permission to just set them down for a little while. We can come back to them, but hopefully when we do so, we'll feel more strong and centered, having gained strength from this gathering of people. All of us trying to learn what we can about love, and this month, also about hope. Would you rise in spirit and in body if you are able as we sing our opening song together, Gather the Spirit.
Gather the Spirit, harvest the power. Our separate fires will kindle one flame. Witness the mystery of the hour. Our trials in this life appear all the same. Gather in peace, gather in thanks, gather in sympathy, and then gather in hope, compassion, and strength. Gather to celebrate once again. Gather the Spirit of heart and mind, seeds for the sowing are laid in store, nurtured in love and conscience refined, with body and spirit united.
Good morning. My name is Tobin Cooney Kalman. I serve as your lifelong spiritual formation director, and I use the pronouns he and they. As Unitarian Universalists, we hold many spiritual traditions respectfully in mind. In honoring the Christian part of our roots, we observe the season of Advent. Advent is a time of waiting, but not the bored kind of waiting where you're sort of like in line waiting to check out, but the purposeful kind of waiting. It's really more like preparing ourselves for what's to come, opening our hearts, trying to make room in this really busy season for the good surprises we didn't plan for, but that life offers us when we're paying attention. The candles on the Advent wreath, in some traditions, represent hope, peace, joy, and love. The candles on our Advent wreath are here for the same things. And this year, we are really focusing on hope. I've asked the Kirby family, a little bit last minute, my apologies, to light the Advent wreath today and offer some thoughts about where and how they are finding hope this season.
Okay, well, hello. I'm Allison Kirby, and then I have Nora, Charlie, Rowan, and my husband Patrick. Something that brings us hope this season. I find that when the... Would you like to say something first? Okay. I find that... No. I can hold her, it's okay. The 4 p.m. sunsets are very difficult for me personally. I don't know if anyone else can relate, but I'm finding that the hope for another sunrise, the longer days are on the horizon, and so trying to bring the light into the daytime as much as possible is something that I look forward to and I'm hopeful for. And Nora, did you have any other thoughts on what are you hopeful for this season? What brings you hope? Nothing? That's okay. Charlie, did you want it now? Okay. Thank you. Oh, no, okay. Say bye.
Bye.
Now is the time in the service when I would like to call the children forward for a time for all ages. Oh, hi, Charlie. Fancy meeting you here. Hello. Hi, Sean. Hi, Nora. Hi, Rowan. How are you? Oh, hello, Nora. Hello. Oh, what are those? You have jingle bells on. Oh, I love it. Very nice. Well, hi, everybody. Oh, hi, Willow. Sorry, I didn't mean to call all the attention to you. I just got excited to see you. Welcome, everybody. Kirby family, you might be able to answer this. What are we talking about today?
Hope.
Hope. How did you know? Just a guess.
I was just thinking of why I came up here and...
So, yeah, lighting the Advent candle kind of maybe gave you a hint a little bit. Oh, hello. Hello, hello. There's more. Hi, Sam. How are you? Welcome. Hi, Fiona. Cleo, hello. This is exciting. I love when there's more. All right. I see a shy friend, so I won't say hi to our shy friend. Here's a question for you. What makes you feel hope? Charlie?
Being with my family and friends.
Being with your family and friends. Fiona?
Just like more people being nice to me for once.
More people being nice to you for once.
Same as my sister.
The same as your sister? Do you feel hope when you see your sister, too? Yeah? Comme si, comme ça. Anybody else want to tell me what helps them feel hope? All right, here's another question for you. When you feel hope, where do you feel it? I see you pointing to the center of your chest. Oh, your heart. Okay. Is that true for everybody? Your soul? Your heart and soul. I like that. So we're going to read a story that's a lot of it about finding hope when times are tricky. And one of the things that I love about this story is in one of the illustrations, there's a moment where the character in the story is feeling hope, and he puts his hands over his heart, and they don't talk about it as that's what he's doing, but if you look at it, like that's immediately where my hands go when something happens. Like when I see a rainbow in the sky after rain, I just immediately do this because I feel hope, and it goes right into here. So if you feel any hope during this story, please feel free to put your hands right on over your hearts. All right. So this is called Little Mole Finds Hope, and it's by Glynis Nellist and illustrated by Sally Garland. And if you'd like, you can look at pictures up there, or I'm holding some pictures so you can also look at those. All right. Little Mole was sad. He lay in his burrow, deep underground, and put his head in his paws. Little Mole, whatever's wrong? Asked Mama. I just don't know, Mama, sniffed Little Mole, but I don't feel good inside. I'm sad. What you need is hope, Mama said. Hope? What's hope? Where do I find it? Asked Little Mole. Come with me, Mama said. And she took hold of Little Mole's paws. Sometimes hope is hiding in the darkness. Sometimes it's hard to see, but it's always here. You just have to look for it. Mama led her son gently out of the dark burrow, up towards the light. But on their way out of the tunnel, Mama stopped. Do you see that bulb, Little Mole? She asked. Mama pointed to a bulb squashed in the dark earth. It was brown, wrinkly, and lifeless. It's dead, Mama, said Little Mole. Do you think it's dead? No. No, my dear, Mama whispered softly. This bulb is not dead. Sometime soon, it will feel the warmth of the sun. It will begin to grow and push its way out of the deep, cold earth. One day, this bulb will become a beautiful yellow daffodil. Close your eyes, Little Mole. Can you see it dancing in the wind? Yes, Mama, cried Little Mole. I see it. I see it. That is hope, Mama said. Little Mole and Mama reached the top of the burrow where the sun was shining. Look up, Little Mole, Mama said. What do you see? Little Mole looked up. He saw a woodpecker sitting in the trees, but the branches were bare. They stretched out like skeleton bones, silhouetted against the sky. They're dead, Mama, said Little Mole. Do you think they're dead? No. No, my dear, Mama whispered softly. The trees are not dead. One day soon, buds will appear, and these branches will be covered in green leaves. Close your eyes, Little Mole. Can you see them dancing in the wind? Yes, Mama, cried Little Mole. I see them. I see them. That is hope, Mama said. Little Mole and Mama scurried along the edge of the woods until they came to Mr. Rabbit's garden. An old brown flower pot was lying on its side in the soil. Under the rim, something small and shriveled was shining. It's dead, Mama, said Little Mole. Do you think it's dead? No. It's a crystal. Oh my gosh, you're so smart. No, my dear, Mama whispered softly. This chrysalis is not dead. One day soon, the butterfly growing inside will burst out of her shell. She will spread her wings and fly free among the flowers. Close your eyes, little mole, said Mama. Can you see her dancing in the wind? Yes, Mama, cried little mole. I see her, I see her. That is hope, Mama said. Little mole and his mama went home. I had a wonderful day today, Mama, little mole said happily. Now, I know that there's always hope, even in the darkest places. Mama smiled as she tucked little mole into bed, pulled his quilt up under his chin, and kissed him goodnight. And little mole closed his eyes and fell asleep, dreaming of yellow daffodils, green trees, and beautiful butterflies dancing together in the wind. And look, he has a little rainbow on his shirt. My hopeful and wonderful friends, we are going to go off to do a fun art project together for the holiday fair. Will you all please sing us out with "We Will Keep a Place for You"?
We will keep a place for you wherever you may go. We'll sustain this home of faith and love you come to know. Go in peace, bring hope to hearts that yearn. We will keep a place for you till you return.
I'm Julie Dahmer, a member of the pastoral care team. My pronouns are she and her. And I'm here to read the joys and concerns that were written in the book that's out in the hall out there. And you can write into it before the service starts anytime. And also joys or concerns that are sent to the email address on the screen. You can use that email address to contact a pastoral care associate. And if you would like to speak with one of us, look for us after the service. We have light blue ribbons on our name tags. And we can meet with you here or arrange to meet afterwards. We're here to offer a listening ear and our presence. So for joys, Di and Dave Q are so thankful to have our daughter Elaine visiting us for a few days. Wonderful to have an out-of-town I was going to say child, but she's not a child, visiting. So, also, UUCB was able to contribute 180 pounds of food to the Mid-Coast Hunger Prevention Project because of all of your generous contributions. Tobin wrote that. And someone else expressed joy for the Brunswick Warming Center, which provides a welcoming space and a hot meal and coffee, thanks to UUCB. So glad our community is showing up for our neighbors this winter. For concerns, Karma writes, tomorrow is World AIDS Day, and many people continue to live and die with HIV and AIDS. I'm grateful to those who have taught me about hope in the face of AIDS. Ward Clark writes, in mid-October, Catherine Clark experienced a compression fracture of a spinal vertebra. Since then, she's had little relief from the pain. Please send Catherine healing thoughts. We will, Ward. So someone writes, thinking of loved ones struggling with serious mental illness and the extra weight that holidays bring for them and those around them. And last, my father, Rick O'Brien, suffered a major eye injury last weekend and has an unknown path forward for which hope and love would be welcome and appreciated.
As we shift into reflecting on this new theme of choosing hope we'll be using also a new song to support and encourage our prayer in this season. The words are attributed to St. Julian of Norwich, and they have brought comfort to seekers and skeptics alike since the 1400s. Julian was a mystic whose spiritual experiences of divine love gave her a sense of peace even as she witnessed terrible suffering during seemingly endless wars and the plague. As Julian herself was recovering from illness, she wrote her book, Revelations of Divine Love, and the most famous affirmation in it is the quote upon which this song is based. It is a reassurance that even in the midst of despair, there is a more ultimate and enduring reality of love. And she heard and felt deep in her spirit that all will be well, all will be well, all manner of things will be well. We'll sing it through twice together right now, so if you don't know it, just listen the first time. Let us lift our hearts together.
All will be well, all will be well. 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 All will be well, all will be well.
We make this affirmation and we hope that it will be true, that all will be well. And we make the affirmation keenly aware that all is not yet well in the world. I want to share with you now an affirmative prayer about hope offered by my friend and colleague, the Reverend Dr. Darrell Watkins. As with most affirmative prayers, it's a particular style of prayer. This is in the first person, and so I just invite you to try on the words of Darrell's prayer. I don't believe in false hope. How can hope be false? It's hope, not a guarantee. It's hope, not a promise. It's hope, not insurance. It's just hope. And it's free, and it can give me strength and courage. Hope can help me get through a difficult time. Hope can give me the extra something I may need to participate in my own miracle, so I choose to hope. I hope for courage to face all the challenges, to learn from them, and to overcome many of them. I hope for the grace to give and receive love. I hope that medical science continues to make important advances. I hope for healing in the lives of my loved ones facing health challenges. I hope for peace in the world. I hope for social justice. Wherever improvement is needed, I dare to hope. Living the answer to my prayers is one way of expressing hope. Hope may or may not change situations, but it definitely seems to change me for the better, and that alone makes hope worthwhile. Let us raise our voices again in hopeful affirmation.
All will be well, all will be well. 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 All will be well, all will be well.
May it be so, and so it is.
My name is Robin Jealous. I use she, her pronouns, and this morning's reading is from Jamil Zaki in If Optimism Feels Ridiculous Right Now, Try Hope. Optimism, the idea that things will turn out well, could feel ridiculous with all that's happening. What Václav Havel knew, even while sitting in his jail cell, is that hope is different. The idea that things could improve. It acknowledges that we have no idea how the future will unfold. And in that uncertainty, our actions still matter. Where an optimist might sit and wait for a bright future to arrive, a hopeful person pulls themselves toward it, often through great effort. And because of that, hope, more than optimism, predicts people's ability to meet their goals. Succumbing to cynicism might feel like a bomb, especially when we're devastatingly disappointed. But it's a trap, one that leads us further from the solutions we need. Instead, we must embrace the hard work of hope, recognizing our shared humanity, seeking common ground, and building a coalition that transcends divides. This isn't wishful thinking. It's strategic, deliberate, and essential.
In the midst of pain, I choose love. In the midst of pain, I choose love. In the midst of pain, sorrow falling down like rain, I await the sun again. I choose love. I choose love. the good once more. I choose peace. I choose peace. When my world falls down, I will rise. When my world falls down, I will rise. My world falls down, and nations can't be found. I will climb to holy ground. I will rise. I will rise. I choose love.
The context for that anthem is a pretty perfect way to begin our exploration of this season's theme of choosing hope. One of the impacts of this song about choosing love in the midst of hate and pain, and choosing peace when the realities of war are raging, is an encouragement for us not to give in to despair. In other words, to live in the context of current realities, no matter what they are, while also making a choice, an active choice, to cling to the best of life, to uphold and work for our values even when they are threatened, even when it seems that all is lost. There's a lot of tension in the theme of choosing hope that is not easy to reconcile. Maybe we aren't supposed to. Or maybe it's just good we started this a little early in the month. If our worship committee discussion is anything of an indicator, this month might be a bit of a bumpy ride. We're going to be exploring some different and some seemingly contradictory notions about hope. To use the sentiments in the song as an example, some people might reject those words, that optimistic, you may call it, words, with derision or dismissal, thinking, why even put energy into hope? It's better to just accept things as they are. That's the way this conventional wisdom goes, and some of us lean in that direction. Some others might hear the same sentiments and be encouraged by them, nodding along and thinking, yes, that's right. You can never give up. It's better to live in hope and be disappointed if you are, than to live proactively in your worst fears. Some of us lean in that direction. Now, these are not mutually exclusive propositions, of course, and they represent only two of many options on how we might relate to hope. When it comes to the theme of choosing hope and the initial question posed today, dare we choose hope? I'd like to encourage us not to answer the question too quickly. and not to even try to come up with a singular, neat and tidy, one-size-fits-all answer. Rather, I'd like to invite us to live in the questions this month, to really explore the nuances, to learn from the many different perspectives one could take on the spiritual practice of choosing hope, and to make some meaning of it for ourselves that fits us. Would you take a breath with me? There seems to be a temporal element to hope, something related to time. When is the time, for example, to call it quits? To admit that whatever it is we were hoping for simply isn't going to turn out that way? What is hope's timeline, in other words? And when is it right to abandon it, if ever? I've heard stories of sports fans who enter the stadium full of hope that their team is going to be victorious, and at just about the last inning or touchdown or hole or whatever, when they have concluded that their team will not win, they sometimes just deflate and almost run to the bathrooms or out to their cars to head home in disappointment. Sometimes, though, they leave too soon. They miss the surprise ending they hadn't even dared hope for, the home run hit at the last moment, the penalty kick that changes it all. Now, I realize this is a silly example, not least because I don't have any idea what I'm talking about when it comes to sports. In fact, right now, note to self, I'm going to just check off use sporting metaphor in sermon from my annual to-do list. The point that I'm trying to make is that hope does not run on our timeline. In Spanish, the same word for hope, esperar, also means wait. Same word. There is a temporal element to hope, which will require some reflection and discernment on our part while we wait, not the boring kind that Tobin was talking about. While we adjust our timing expectations, maybe, lest we call it quits too soon and miss the very thing we've been hoping for. Let me put this question more simply in the words of so many of our ancestors. How long? How long do we wait for that for which we hope? And what are we to do in the meantime? One of our worship committee members had an aha during our discussion that has stuck with me since that conversation. She said, "I think I've been associating hope with an outcome rather than a process of making things better." That insight sent me immediately to the wisdom of Oscar Romero, the former Archbishop of San Salvador. Romero, of course, known for his social justice work and his commitment to nonviolence, was assassinated in 1980 while consecrating Mass. I was reminded of one of his prayers that I've found deeply meaningful over the years, and it seems really timely now, too. This is more or less what he said in the year before his death. It helps now and then to step back and take a long view. The kingdom, his words, you can insert your own. What he means is that time of peace and beloved community is not only beyond our efforts, it is even beyond our vision. We accomplish in our lifetime only a tiny fraction of the magnificent enterprise that is the divine's work. Nothing we do is complete, which is a way of saying that the kingdom always lies before us, beyond us. No statement says all that could be said. No prayer fully expresses our faith. No confession brings perfection. No pastoral visit brings wholeness. No program accomplishes the church's mission. No set of goals or objectives includes everything. This is what we are about. We plant the seeds that one day will grow. We water seeds already planted, knowing that they hold future promise. We lay foundations that will need further development. We provide yeast that produces far beyond our capabilities. We cannot do everything, and there is a sense of liberation in realizing that. This enables us to do something and do it very well. It may be incomplete, but it is a beginning, a step along the way, an opportunity for grace to enter and do the rest. We may never see the end results, but that is the difference between the master builder and the worker. We are workers, not master builders. Ministers, all of us, not messiahs. We are prophets of a future, not our own. Hope does not produce results on demand or according to our wishes, but if we choose hope, it can help us focus on our own efforts to do good where we are able in the places where we are. This may or may not lead to the specific outcomes we desire, especially not on our timeline, but it will potentially put us in a better frame of mind and heart. And that could be the foundation for so much more. In her book, Active Hope, Joanna Macy says about hope that if we shift our focus from outcome to process, which is exactly what our committee member was saying, that rather than asking, will it happen, we might ask instead, what are the steps that will help it happen? That's a different kind of question from the ones that can devolve into determinative binarisms, like are you a glass half full person or a glass half empty person? Are you an optimist or a pessimist or a realist? The question that leads us into an engagement with the process of hope, a hope that moves and has the potential to move us, is not a right answer kind of question. We can arrive from many different perspectives to an acknowledgement that choosing hope could have positive side effects even for the cynics in us and the cynics among us. Or that choosing hope over and over again, like making the choice day after day to choose hope in the midst of disappointment, can even for the most positive of us deepen our engagement with life on its own terms. This is the beginning of a lengthy season, a full season, full of so many holidays and expectations and challenges, both real and imagined. And I haven't even mentioned the world. It's a lot already. But it's still November for a few more hours. As we begin our month of reflections, let's just sit with the question of what it might mean for us, for you, for me, to choose hope as a spiritual practice. Don't rush to answer. Or if you do, be ready to try on a few more answers before you make a final decision. I want to close today by sharing a poem with you by John Rodell called When Hope Changes Form. I have been carrying hope in my pocket like it was a polished gemstone for years. Whenever trouble came, I'd squeeze hope tightly in my shaking hand. Recently, though, I somehow lost my hope. I have no idea if I put it down somewhere or if it slipped out while I was fumbling for my keys. Without being able to hold on to hope, I soon became lost myself. After a while of wandering in the wild on my own, I bumped into Hope, who looked so different. Hope was no longer a little gemstone that could fit in my pants pocket. Hope was now a wide stream cutting through the woods. I thought I lost you, I admonished. The river grabbed a couple of rainbow trout and used them to smile at me. Lost me? The water babbled. That's impossible. Well, one minute I was holding you, and the next you were gone. I needed to change forms, Hope said. Why? I asked. because you've been carrying me for so long that I decided we should try something different. What's that? I thought I would take a turn to carry you for a bit. And the river rose up around me and pulled me gently onto my back until I was floating. I didn't realize how exhausted I was until the river held me and hope carried me. And hope carried me. And hope carried me. I don't know where we're going. Maybe we'll stay lost out here for a while longer, but I'm in no rush to get to our destination because it has been so long since I've been held, and I think I could really get used to it. Friends, I hope that you have an experience in this season, however fleeting, of feeling held, of feeling carried by hope, or by the process of choosing it, even when it's elusive.
Good morning. My name is Mary Larson. I'm the worship associate for this service, and I use she, her pronouns. This is the time in the service when we receive your offering. All Sunday non-pledge cash is split with monthly Charities with Soul. But as this is the 5th Sunday of the month, the minister's discretionary fund will be the recipient. If you are worshiping with us in person, you can put your donations in the baskets that will be passed. And if you are worshiping with us either online, at home, or at one of our new satellite locations, or simply prefer to give online, we invite you to use the QR code on the screen or shared in the order of service to make your donation. We gratefully receive your gifts, no matter how you give them. Please join me in the congregational response. May these offerings sustain and grow the work of this church, weaving a tapestry of love and action. Please join in our closing song, number 108, My Life Flows On in Endless Song. Please stand if you are willing or able.
My life flows on in endless song above earth's lamentation. I hear the real, though far off hymn that hails a new creation. Though all the tumult and the strife, I hear the music ringing. It sounds an echo in my soul. How can I keep from singing? What though the tempest round me roars? I know the truth it liveth. What though the darkness round me close? Songs in the night it giveth. No storm can shake my inmost calm. Well, to the rock I'm clinging, since love prevails in heaven and earth. How can I keep from singing when tyrants tremble as they hear the bells of freedom ringing? When friends rejoice both far and near, how can I keep from singing? Through wars and shame and dungeon vile, our thoughts to them are clinging. When friends by shame are undefiled, how can I keep from singing? My life flows on in endless song above earth's lamentation. I hear the real, far off hymn that hails a new creation. How can I keep from singing?
You may be seated. These closing words are also from the Reverend Michelle Collins. Go from this place knowing that hope is not a certainty but a choice. When the world offers you despair, choose possibility. When cynicism seems reasonable, choose engagement. May our hope be grounded in love and expressed through action, and may we return here when we need to find the courage to choose again.
And now is our time for invitations and opportunities for engagement. Because we are intentional about building the beloved community here, it's important for us to engage in the practice of invitation. We genuinely want you to know that you are welcome to become involved in our community beyond our Sunday worship. The QR code on the screen will take you to a digital copy of our announcement sheets, several copies of which are available on the harvest table, or if you prefer something tangible. If you have any trouble with the QR code, someone here will help you, but not me. So, see one of the, there can be some people, Karma's really great at it. In case you don't know, we are having a holiday fair in just this week, Saturday, December 6th, 9 to 3 p.m., and you don't want to miss it. Speaking of the holiday fair, please join others others here to help make wreaths with Robin in the back in the Mary Meeting Bay Room, and Barbara Jabot's here for bow making, I think. We need volunteers to bake, make soups and crafts, to sell and greet and shop. And the White Elephant group needs help too with pricing and sorting. Please sign up in the May Sarton room after church today. Someone will be wearing festive and perhaps embarrassing holiday gear and direct you to the sign-up sheets. If you have any more questions about it, there's a great brochure available, a big pile of them, and it indicates hours for drop-off and when you're supposed to bring things and what things are happening. Also notice that many of the scheduled meetings here in the church building this week will be happening off-site or online. Today is the last day to contribute to the Santa Project. The Santa Project accepts non-alcohol use only Hannaford gift cards of $5 or $10, money or checks made out to UUCB with the Santa Project in the notation. Everything collected here will go to the gathering place to make Christmas a little merrier for unhoused folks or others in need. Please see Irene Austin, Sharon Brown's substitute, wearing the Santa hat in the fellowship hall after the service today. Every contribution helps. Thank you. And on December 14th, a very busy day, we will be having our annual mitten tree collection as part of the worship service. We ask that on December 14th, folks bring new items like winter hats, hats, mittens, socks, scarves, or waterproof gloves for donation. The winter items we collect this year will go to the Teen Center, the Gathering Place, and Moe Dawn Edge, Ipaji Edge. And that is a Wabanaki group that likes to have our wonderful warm socks in particular. And finally, not finally quite, our chalice circles, our UUCB chalice circles, and a number of people have been asking me about them, offer a way to bring together newer and longtime members in our community in a way that allows them to deepen spirituality through shared practice. Each chalice circle meets for a total of 6 meetings over a span of 3 months. Winter chalice circles run from the week of December 28th through the week of March 8th. Registration for the winter chalice circles opens on December 4th and closes on December 21st. You can register on our website under Adult Spiritual Formation by scanning the QR code, or on any of the Cellist Circle flyers, or by emailing our lifelong spiritual formation director, Tobin. His email address is in the order of service. And finally, we would like to give those of you seated in the back 6 rows in the fellowship hall the first chance at coffee, while others of you linger just a few moments to enjoy conversation with your neighbors. The dual purpose of this is so that we can stack your chairs to make more space for socializing. It should only take a few minutes. You're also welcome to bring your coffee back and make circles of chairs for casual conversation. Thanks for your patience as we experiment together. And remember, you can always exit through the door over by the AV booth if you need a quicker way out. So welcome and enjoy, greet your neighbor and have some coffee. Oh,
Thanks, Mary.
we should have blown that out.
Oh, no, it's okay.